improving the life and the lives for all of us here in Windsor-Essex County is not just something that we give lip service to, it's not just something that is the responsibility of the provincial or federal government, it's not just the responsibility of the Downtown Mission or the other food banks or Pathway to Potential. It is the responsibility of all of us collectively as a community. And I need to recognize for a second my colleagues who are here with me from the Windsor-Essex Economic Development Corporation, Ron Gadet and Carolyn Hart. And the reason why I recognize them is those two individuals right now are spending a tremendous amount of time, effort, and resource in very shortly, February 9th, please make sure there's a little bit of an advertisement for a second. February 9th, put in your calendars the launch of the Regional Economic Development Roadmap, which I hope all of you have either received invitations to. If you haven't, please call the office, but I know most of you have. Be there, please. Why do I bring that up? I bring that up because if you take a look at one of the key pillars of that roadmap, which will be formally and officially launched, is the concept of creating a better quality of life. Now, creating a better quality of life means all of us as a region, as a set of communities, have a role to play in that. And, you know, Mark talked a bit about business's role with respect to creating an environment where we can, maybe not overnight, but over a 5-year period, achieve a level where that concept of giving people a living wage or allowing people and giving people hope to survive, that is something that is truly achievable. And I encourage, and I look around the room and I see Mike Corbin here, I know Noah's here from Catherman's. I look around the room and I see a ton of great people from our region, from a community and social development perspective, but who's missing today? A lot of key people in industry, a lot of key people in business. We have an incumbent responsibility to challenge people. We have an incumbent responsibility to make sure that our business community, and to be honest with you, I'm glad that some of them aren't here because they're running their businesses. They're doing what we need them to do to create jobs so our friends, our families, and our neighbors have the opportunities to live well. But we need to, as a community, find a way to step up and do better in terms of highlighting this problem. And one of the things that I wanted to leave with you guys today is we all need to be ambassadors. Ambassadors of the work that organizations like Pathway to Potential does. Ambassadors of the work that is done through Rana and Teresa's team at the City of Windsor and the County of Essex in terms of administering the Ontario Works program. And I want to talk about that because I'm going to share something that has just happened to all of us collectively in the last couple of days, specific to creating jobs and providing opportunity for people. We have a client that we've been engaged with for 1.5 years, and trust me, we're going to hell and back on this one. And a lot of you will remember, we announced back in October that Silicon from Valencia, Spain, had made the decision to come, and they chose us. They chose Windsor-Essex for a place for their investment. They chose us to say, we're going to set up shop, we're going to put roots down, we're going to employ people. So we've been working along and you know, helping to solidify you know, their location plans. And part of this was always looking at the labor component. And this is the one thing you don't want to talk about sometimes, right? Because you don't want to have a new company come in and start telling them what they need to pay. Start telling them what their business model needs to look like. Start telling them what their economics should be. It's the wrong approach. But we do at some point have to have that conversation. We had some of those conversations this week. And I can tell you with 100% honesty, when they opened up their employment numbers, one, they exceeded our expectations. They were a little bit higher. You know, they were, in my view, significantly higher than we had originally thought. But then you look at the value of these jobs. These are not, and we're not going to pick on Walmart or Tim Hortons, these are not minimum wage jobs. You had to peel the smile off of Rhonda's face. You had to peel the pride that was coming out of that whole team. Why? Because these are jobs that are truly going to make a difference in our region, in our community. And why do I say this? Because we are leveraging the investments that have been made through the provincial government, through the City of Windsor, through the County of Essex, in the Ontario Works program, and the hard work that's been done by that group to secure those jobs long term. When asked how much of a difference this made in their decision, and trust me, it was tough over Christmas, because there was a risk that we could lose this investment to another community. None of us wanted to see that happen. So when we asked how important was our commitment as a region and as a community was to them staying here, what was the answer on it?
That was the clincher.
That's what got it done. That is what got it done. Now, those people who are going to find jobs are going to be walking into positions that are high value, high performance, not minimum wage. A majority of those people are going to be coming off of Ontario Works, other forms of government assistance. There are naysayers in our community, and there are naysayers in the business community that don't think that that model works, that you cannot make an impact, that you're going to be getting a bunch of degenerates, as somebody recently told me. If I hire somebody who's an Ontario Works recipient, they can't read. They're lazy. Weren't they homeless last week? A lot of us in this room are a paycheck away from that. That's the reality. These people aren't lazy. They're not homeless. They're not degenerates. We have a responsibility, talk about that incumbent responsibility, we have a responsibility to better inform and educate our business communities, ladies and gentlemen, and change that perception. Here we got a company from Valencia, Spain, investing millions of dollars, hiring over, in excess of 200 new people for high-value, high-performance jobs in this region, and they're believing in the model. They have zero history here. Why can't we do that ourselves? We need to change the perception. We need to change the perception that people have of these types of programs and the participants who are involved. It's no secret that we've had pain here in the last 36 months. People who can read, who can write, who have made valuable contributions to our region find themselves in situations today for a variety of reasons, and they need help. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. I'm passionate about this. I am incredibly passionate about this as a person and as somebody involved in economic development. And I know that the people that are with me today from the Development Corporation, both Carolyn and Ron, they feel the same way too. And you know, in particular, those people, those two individuals who are now really moving the community development side of economic development. I'm the business development guy. I know that. That's intuitive to me. We are finally taking a step in this region that is going to bring us to an entirely different level. So my passion for this comes on two levels. One, because I know it's the right thing to do as an economic development person. But two, I personally believe in it. And this is the hook. This is the hook. And this is what, this little tidbit of information that Rhonda had about me. And I'm going to share something with all of you that very few people know. There are those who are in my very, very close immediate family. I got family members I don't like. So I don't talk to all of them. When somebody asks me the question of, does the Ontario Works program work? Does this work? Can you find good, highly skilled, capable people who can read and are not bums and degenerates? Does it work? I say, absolutely. Well, how can you prove that? And I can tell them, listen, you can go talk to Southern Global Services. You can go talk to Global Life. You can go talk to the dozens of employers who have taken Ontario Works participants and put them to work and use them as testimonials. I know